Have you ever stood in a forest so dense, so quiet, that you could hear your own heartbeat? Now, imagine a place where even that sound vanishes. A place where the rustle of leaves, the snap of a twig, even your own voice, is swallowed by an unnervous silence. Today, we're journeying into the legend of the quiet woods, a place locals call the forest that eats sound. Deep in a remote, uncharted wilderness, there's a patch of ancient woodland unlike any other on Earth. From the outside, it looks like any other forest. Tall, imposing trees, a thick canopy blocking out the sun. But the moment you step across its invisible threshold, everything changes. The birdsong that filled the air just moments before, gone. The wind whistling through the branches, muted. It's a silence so profound, so absolute that it feels heavy, like a physical weight pressing in on you. The stories have been passed down for generations. Hunters who strayed too far, chasing a deer, would suddenly find themselves in this cone of silence. At first, it's disorienting. They'd call out, their voices feeling weak, thin, as if the forest itself was absorbing the vibrations. The panic sets in when they realize their shouts for help do not travel more than a few feet before dissipating into nothing. They are utterly, completely alone, enveloped in a world without sound. But what truly makes this place unsettling isn't just the silence, it's the feeling of being watched. Those who have made it out, and there aren't many, speak of a strange pressure in their ears, a low, subaudible hum that you feel more than you hear. It's as if the forest is listening, alive and aware. They describe seeing shadows move in their peripheral vision, shapes that don't belong, flitting between the trees just at the edge of sight. When they turn to look, there's nothing there. Just more trees and more suffocating silence. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a botanist named Dr. Eris Thorne, who back in the 1970s ventured into the region to study its unique flora. He was a man of science, a skeptic who dismissed the local legends as folklore. He equipped himself with advanced audio recording equipment, determined to document and debunk the myth of the sound-eating forest. He was gone for 3 days. When he stumbled out of the woods, he was a changed man. His equipment was smashed, the tapes wiped clean. He was gaunt, his eyes wide with a terror that never truly left him. He refused to speak about what happened for weeks. When he finally did, his story was fragmented, disjointed. He spoke of the silence as a living entity. He said it wasn't just the absence of sound, but an active force, a predator. He claimed the forest fed on the noise and on the fear it generated. He described how he tried to make noise, clapping his hands, shouting until his throat was raw, but the sound was devoured instantly. The silence, he said, began to creep inside him, quieting his own thoughts until all that was left was a primal, paralyzing fear. He felt his own identity, his own consciousness, being muted. So what could be the scientific explanation? Some theories propose a unique geological formation beneath the forest, perhaps porous rock or a strange mineral deposit that absorbs sound waves in a way we don't understand. Others suggest the trees themselves are the cause. Maybe a species with an incredibly dense, soft bark and a unique leaf structure that acts as a natural anechoic chamber, trapping sound. It sounds plausible, but it doesn't explain the psychological effects, the feeling of being watched, or the profound changes in those who return. Could it be infrasound? Low-frequency vibrations below the range of human hearing have been known to cause feelings of unease, dread, and even visual hallucinations. Perhaps the forest generates a powerful infrasound frequency that messes with the human mind, creating this shared experience of a malevolent presence. This could explain the pressure in the ears and the feeling of paranoia. It's a scientific theory, but it feels incomplete. It doesn't account for the complete and total nullification of all audible sound. Let's explore another angle. What if the legend is closer to the truth? What if the forest is aware? In many ancient cultures, certain places in nature are considered sentient, possessing a spirit or consciousness. Imagine a forest spirit that evolved over millennia, not with teeth or claws, but with the ability to manipulate its environment on a fundamental level. A spirit that craves tranquility, and has learned to enforce it, silencing any intrusion. The whispers of a presence and the feeling of being watched suddenly make more sense in this context. It's not just your mind playing tricks, it's the forest itself, observing you, judging your intrusion into its silent sanctuary. The most disturbing part of the legend is what happens to those who stay too long. The stories say the silence doesn't just stay in the forest, it follows you. People who have returned are often described as distant, quiet, and withdrawn. They lose their ability to connect with others, preferring solitude. It's as if a piece of the forest's oppressive silence has latched onto their soul, and they've brought it back with them into our noisy world. They become living echoes of that silent place, forever changed by what they experienced. Dr. Thorne, for example, spent the rest of his life in near total seclusion, unable to bear loud noises, constantly looking over his shoulder. He once wrote in his private journal, "You think you are entering a place without sound. You are wrong. You are entering a place that makes you part of its soundlessness. It doesn't take the sound from the air. It takes the sound from you. It takes your voice, your thoughts, your very essence, until you are as quiet and empty as the woods around you." This is the core of the terror, not just a loss of hearing, but a loss of self. So, is the quiet woods real? To this day, its exact location remains a secret, protected by locals who understand the danger it poses. It's not on any map. It's a place you can only find if you're already lost. It serves as a stark reminder that there are still mysteries in this world, places untouched by our understanding, where the laws of nature as we know them seem to bend and break. It challenges our perception of reality, blurring the line between science and the supernatural, between a physical phenomenon and a conscious entity. The forest that eats sound is more than just a spooky story. It's a cautionary tale about respect for the unknown and the power of nature. It makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden in the deep, quiet corners of our world, waiting in silence. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more mysteries, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. What do you think is behind the silence of the quiet woods? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.